daughters!" Sir Reginald sneered at his guard. "Leprosy would be less of a curse than daughters." "I'm sure you are right, sir," replied the guard placidly. "Haven't any yourself, have you?" "Not that I'm aware of." Sir Reginald felt his mouth twist into a bitter smile. "Ready for bed, sir?" inquired the guard. Truth was, he was tired, but Sir Reginald was in no humour to make things easy on his guard. "I have this letter to finish. I'll thank you not to disturb me." "Very good, sir," he said calmly. He picked up his pen, dipped it carefully in the ink, and addressed himself again to the letter he'd been writing. "I'm not forgotten yet," he assured himself. "Not yet. Even the she-wolves cannot get to all my friends." He read the last line over. "I dare say you wonder at not having heard from me in so long, but I have been much abroad recently, recouping my health after having suffered from a bout of—" Sir Reginald rubbed his forehead. What had it been? What could he say? He had indeed been ill, he knew that. Gravely ill. That was what caused these sweats and blurred his vision. And still his guards kept away the wine and brandy that would strengthen him. This deprivation was, of course, the she-wolf's doing. She wanted to keep him weak and confused, a natural being that she was. "Illness," he wrote. "However, I am now returned to England and finding myself lodged at Bath. What the devil?" muttered the guard. Sir Reginald jerked himself around. He'd been so focused on the task of writing he hadn't noticed anything else. The guard was on his feet, the book tossed aside. He hurried to the window and pushed back the drapes. The light that entered now was strangely orange and flickering. There shouldn't have been any light outside at all. It was well past 10 o'clock. The guard struggled with the window latch and threw the sash up. At once, a wave of heat and the acrid smoke blew into the room. "Fire!" the shout rang up from the street. "Fire!" The guard at once bolted for the door. "Reynolds!" he shouted. "Morgan, get to the pump! There's a fire!" "Fire!" came the shout outside again. "Fire!" The guard ran down the stairs, leaving the door open behind him. Sir Reginald laid his pen down. His heart was beating rapidly, but not from fear. The roar and crackle of the flames intensified. He stole softly to the window. The street outside was filling rapidly with people, some carrying buckets and others blankets. The smell of smoke grated on the back of his throat. But here he stood in his little jail cell of a room, quite alone, with the door opened wide. He listened. Below there was a clattering and men's voices shouting. It was hard to tell which of the noises came from inside and which from outside. His mouth had gone dry. His ears rang. He was in his shirt sleeves and slippers, but he did not dare take time to dress. He ran for the boudoir and grabbed a jacket and pair of boots from the wardrobe. What of money? Sir Reginald shook his head. He'd worry about that later. He still had his watch, the chain, his signet ring. He could raise money enough on those to get him started. A drink, a ticket for the mail coach to London. Humiliating way to travel, but needs must. Sir Reginald clutched boots and jacket to his chest and tiptoed to the door. He listened, straining his ears with all his might. His hand trembled. He clutched his bundle harder. Nothing. That noise is all outside. Hurry. As softly as he might, he stole down the stairs. Surely his guards had gone out the back way. Surely the foyer would be empty. Fate would be kind this once. A trickle of sweat ran down his temple, but he didn't dare lift a hand to wipe it away. His throat was dry as dust. Never mind, never mind. A drink first and a ticket to London. My friends will remember me. The she-wolves will soon regret their treatment of their father. There was the door. His slipper toe caught the edge of the foyer carpet, sending him stumbling forward. He slammed up against the central table. The china vase tipped over, spilling water everywhere.